Lincoln, Nebraska, and they play some of the games immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this Big Red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Indiana Hoosiers taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Pucks it out of the air. Turning it on. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Hippie. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And I'll tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
They'll leave it with him. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Raiola. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing before tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They missed a chance to put up 3 points the last time they had it, and now to try to get a score on this drive. With the catch, it's Key. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Bringing the heat. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Terrific job not just settling for the negative play and getting it to the running back.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go through your progressions, and you're obviously wanting to attack down the field and make a big play, but a lot of times when you dump it off to the running back, he can make something happen. And you're right, get something positive out of it instead of taking a sack.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down, it's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Direct snap. Finding open areas.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Lost to fire on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Key. Right down the gut of the field. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the ground, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 11 over TCU. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Give to the running back. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And we've come to the end of 1. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. They didn't handle the rigors of a Big Ten schedule very well a season ago, and hoping that they've learned some lessons they can use this year.
I think the coaching staff also thinks, Reese, that they're a more mature team. They have better leadership in the locker room. And, David, they're hoping that that's going to show up week in, week out in what's going to be a brutal Big Ten schedule.
Brutal. And listen, you're hoping also they got something in their neck, right? Like, you're hoping they want some payback, right? Because that should have left a really bad taste in your mouth a year ago, and you should be ready to get that out, and you should be ready to extract some revenge. So let's see if this team comes out with a chip on their shoulder. Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Running into the open space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Yeah, and how about the third down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the third down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
Sends it back in motion. They'll try the running game off the right tackle. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness.
Unleashes one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
When you see them there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
Fires to the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage, great job reading the QB's eyes, so there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Send the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. Creates a little space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Dumps it to the back. Finds his man. It's Hemby. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Finds the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the tight end. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Shakes off the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Works the middle of the field. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Dropping back, it's Raiola. It's complete on the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. Breaks into the open. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. To the air, it's Mendoza. Release to the back. Makes the grab, it's Hemby.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got the cannon.
The Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Becker. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
To the air on 1st down. Going for it all. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. I'm not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Wants to throw on 1st down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going for the big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. We are just about ready to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance. There he goes. Still on his feet. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it. And
breaks away. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
That is.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to Johnson. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brady. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Throws to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Morris. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Makes the grab. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him. Making
a full dive to haul that one in.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest players.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. He lost it high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Here we go.
The handoff to Johnson. Turning it off. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one.
22 water.
From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback keeps it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brady. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Cooper. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got.
Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Wide receiver comes in motion. Give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Great job by the offense there, getting the 1st down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using it.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Here we go.
Motion from the wide receiver. On the move. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Now, 4th down.
The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll just down it right there. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
To the air, it's Mendoza. That's caught. It's Cooper. The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Cincinnati. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll send the back in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Huskers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Off the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And that is no good. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to pass, it's Mendoza. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Running to the left. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's
makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
He's out of bounds. Near the 45. That's a first down.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Corner's going to give them room. Looking downfield on first down. A shot for the end zone. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation